Welcome back to Next Gen Wheels, where we explore the future of aviation and the legends that shaped it. In today's video, we're diving deep into one of the most powerful and fascinating aircraft ever created, the XB-70 Valkyrie. It's a jet that defined American engineering during the Cold War and continues to inspire today's aviation technology. But what if the Valkyrie returned in 2025? How would it look, perform, and what would be its price tag? Let's find out. The story of the XB-70 Valkyrie begins in the 1950s when the United States Air Force wanted a bomber capable of flying higher and faster than any Soviet interceptor. The result was an aircraft that looked like it came straight from the future, sleek, massive, and unbelievably fast. The Valkyrie could fly at Mach 3, that's more than 2,000 miles per hour, and reach altitudes of 70,000 feet. Imagine a six-engine beast cruising above the clouds faster than any fighter of its time. It was designed to outrun enemy defenses before they could even react. Now, fast forward to 2025. Imagine if this legendary bomber were redesigned with modern technology, stealth capabilities, and cutting-edge materials. The XB-70 Valkyrie 2025 edition would not only reclaim its place as a marvel of speed but also as a symbol of futuristic military power. Today's engineering advancements could make it lighter, faster, and far more efficient than the original model. The 2025 Valkyrie would likely feature a complete carbon-titanium hybrid airframe, using stealth coatings similar to what's found on the B-2 Spirit and the upcoming B-21 Raider. This would help reduce radar visibility, something the original model lacked. The engines would be next-generation adaptive cycle turbofans, powerful enough to hit speeds close to Mach 4, while maintaining fuel efficiency and range. Inside, the cockpit would transform from the analog dials of the 1960s into a fully digital command center. Pilots would have augmented reality helmets, AI-assisted flight control, and advanced autopilot systems that can manage high-speed maneuvers with precision. Unlike the original, which required two pilots, the 2025 Valkyrie might even be semi-autonomous, capable of flying long missions without human input. As for payload, the XB-70 Valkyrie was originally designed to carry nuclear weapons, but in 2025, its role would be far more versatile. It could carry a mix of hypersonic missiles, long-range smart bombs, and electronic warfare equipment. The new Valkyrie would serve both offensive and reconnaissance purposes, able to strike deep behind enemy lines while gathering high-resolution intelligence from extreme altitudes. Visually, the 2025 version would keep the Valkyrie's classic delta wing design, but with sharper edges, adjustable wingtips, and adaptive aerodynamics. These changes would make it more stable at hypersonic speeds and more agile at lower altitudes. The landing gear, once one of the heaviest parts of the jet, would be redesigned using lightweight composites. Even the engine intakes would adapt dynamically to airflow, optimizing performance across different flight levels. Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know, the price. The original XB-70 program in the 1960s cost nearly $1.5 billion for just two prototypes, which would be over $15 billion in today's money. However, if the Valkyrie were revived in 2025 with modern production techniques and materials, it would likely cost around $800 million to $1 billion per aircraft. That's roughly the same price range as the latest stealth bombers, but considering the Valkyrie's unmatched speed and performance, it might even push beyond that. To make it easier to visualize, think of the XB-70 2025 as a mix between the State Route 71 Blackbird, the B-2 Spirit, and the F-22 Raptor, all combined into one ultimate strategic aircraft. It would be the perfect balance of speed, stealth, and intelligence. In 2025, the Valkyrie could serve as a testbed for new aerospace innovations, much like its original version did. NASA and the U.S. Air Force could use it to test hypersonic flight materials, high-altitude propulsion, and next-generation flight control systems. The lessons learned could shape the future of both military and commercial supersonic travel. Imagine a future where technology born from the Valkyrie inspires new commercial jets that can fly from New York to Tokyo in under 4 hours. The dream of fast, efficient, high-altitude flight would come true, and it all starts with the ideas behind the XB-70. Even though the original Valkyrie program was cancelled in the late 1960s, its influence never disappeared. The research done on its structure, heat resistance, and aerodynamics helped shape later aircraft like the State Route 71 and even modern stealth designs. The Valkyrie was simply ahead of its time. In 2025, if the XB-70 returned as a modernized legend, it would stand as a tribute to American innovation. It would show how far aviation has come and how the dreams of the past can still define the technology of the future. To picture this aircraft in the sky, imagine a silver-white giant cutting through the air with almost no sound, leaving behind nothing but a shimmer at the edge of the atmosphere. No flames, no smoke, just pure speed and precision. It's the kind of beauty and power that only the Valkyrie could embody. And while we may never see a fully operational XB-70 2025 edition, the concept itself is enough to spark excitement among aviation lovers. It reminds us of a time when boundaries were pushed not for profit but for progress. The Valkyrie was never about being practical, it was about being possible. So, if the XB-70 Valkyrie 2025 were to exist today, its price might reach around $1 billion per unit, depending on equipment, stealth integration, and mission configurations. But no matter the cost, its value would be in what it represents, the unstoppable human desire to fly higher, faster, and beyond limits. The Valkyrie's name was taken from Norse mythology, where Valkyries were warriors who chose who lived and who died in battle. The aircraft lived up to that name, powerful, commanding, and unmatched. Even after more than half a century, the XB-70 remains a symbol of what happens when imagination meets innovation. In today's world of drones, AI, and stealth bombers, the Valkyrie still stands out. Its futuristic design from the 1960s looks more modern than many jets today. If reborn in 2025, it would be the crown jewel of aviation, not just a bomber, but a technological masterpiece that honors the legacy of American air power. So next time you see an image of the XB-70, remember, this wasn't just a jet, it was a glimpse of the future. And even in 2025, that future is still catching up to the dream that the Valkyrie started decades ago. If you enjoyed learning about the XB-70 Valkyrie and imagining its return in 2025, don't forget to subscribe to Next Gen Wheels for more stories about legendary aircraft, futuristic designs, and the evolution of aviation technology. Every week, we bring you closer to the sky, where innovation takes flight. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video, where the next generation of flight is always just taking off.